Welcome each and every one. How you guys doing today on this beautiful day? All right, guys, we in 2023 and it's early in the year. So today I want to motivate each and every one into a blueprint. I want to present a blueprint part one. This is just part one. I'm going to be sharing today where we will able to lead to success. Success without owing any finance to anyone. But first, you will have to follow these simple rules that you cannot just overlook, which is discipline, sacrifice, and patience. You have to have patience, you have to have discipline, and you have to make sacrifice. Sacrifice, you got to look at your budget. You got to look at how you spend. You got to pay attention to the money that you feel that you should have, instead of you spend it, you should have put it aside. Okay, you got to look into that. You got to be patient because this is not going to happen overnight. This is going to take some time. Some people with this blueprint get lucky and things blow up and work for them. Okay, so I'm going to just give you part one today. I think it's going to be 4 different parts. So you guys tune in. All right. If you feel like you want to become a member of this channel, feel free to join this channel. All right. We appreciate you all. Okay, guys. So now you want to be an investor. You might want to get in the real estate market. But what happened is your credit is flooded. And you know, with your credit, without your credit is right, you cannot go and stand up to a place that you can get money, meaning the bank or whatever financial institute that's lend money. Is hard to get money borrow without credit. You also need a job to make this work. You definitely gonna need a job to make it work. Okay, it's best for you to have a job. All right. Okay. So now you're working, you have a job, but you have a messed up credit. What you do, you budget yourself, you get a book. You get a book and a pen, and every week you jot down, or every day, whatever you spend within that day, you write it down on a piece of paper. At the end of the week, you add it up and you see how much money did you spend in the week. Then you pay attention, you look at it. You might be buying coffee every day. You might be buying cigarette. You might be buying whatever you buy. So now you got to look into that. So now is either you figure out, should I be buying coffee every day and spending $300 a month? Or should I buy a coffee and whatever you want to put, milk or whatever, and put it in your house and wake up every day and make some coffee and save yourself $200 every month? All right? So you got to work, save, budget yourself. All right? How are we going to take ourselves to buy our first property, which might be a piece of land? All right? So now, most likely you could get a house as well. So let's go. You save in money during the year. And this is most likely for the people who in the US or who in countries that get tax return and these things. This is perfect for you. All right. So at the end of the year, you work all during the year and you save. You save a few $1,000s during the year because you had discipline, you sacrifice, and you had patience. So you save a few $1,000s during the year, and now you decide, okay, this is tax time. I have to file my tax. I have to file my tax. For the people who don't have this, don't able to file tax and get tax return, you keep on saving. So you ain't left out of this. You keep on saving every year until you reach that amount of money that you can buy a piece of land. Okay? For the people who are able to get a tax return, what I will say to you is don't look at that money. Don't pay attention to that money. Ignore it. Act like you never had no money coming. Act like you, because people do collect money from tax return. But because our mind is on the money so fast, we start spending it before it reach. Okay? So let's think about forgetting about that money. Right? We're working and you're still saving. You're still maintaining. Because this is discipline. We got to discipline ourselves. We're still maintaining. And we still have patience. Remember, it cannot work without these things. Spending, sacrifice, discipline, patience. It cannot work. All right. So when you receive your tax return, when you see that, all right, I receive my tax return and I have some money here saved. So now I have some money. Remember, your credit messed up, so you can't go to the bank. You basically got to look to buy your stuff cash, right? You got to buy cash. What you do now, you go online and you start searching for land or maybe a property. Maybe it be an abandoned building. Maybe it might be a house that there that boarded up, needs some work, but the funds you save and what you receive from the tax, the return, you can use that and maybe buy a property. That's your first property right there without buying out cash. You see what I'm saying? Because what I'm going to tell you now, you cannot be scared at the same time. You might be living in an area where property is very expensive and you cannot afford that property. So don't get torn away from that, because that could turn you away and that could make you, oh man, I can't afford it. That could take you off your track. That could distract you from your goal. Remember, your goal is becoming a real estate. Your credit is messed up and you have a job which in that, but it helps. It's still able to make you save. So remember that. So now what you can do, I'm saying what you can do. You could start looking different areas, because sometimes different areas have property that you could buy out very cheap. You might got to fix them, but at the end of the day, that's your first property you're able to buy. If it's not where you live in, you try to board it up for now and maintain the yard. Make sure the yard is clean. You could always hire someone, pay them every 2 weeks to cut the lawn. You see what I'm saying? And that's your first property. All right. Then you have some people now who could buy their first piece of land with that money. Don't take that money, go shopping. Yes, go shopping for property, for land. So now some people could buy a piece of land. Some people might find a property that they could buy cash because they save all year and they also receive some money from the return. That's your first property, guys. Do you understand? your first property without owing anybody, without going to the bank, and you own your first property. But you got to remember, if you cannot afford it, where you live in, look outside, look in other places. Because sometimes you're looking at these places as, oh no, but sometimes these places, in a few years, these places are going to start developing. And when they start developing, the value, the value of the land going to be rising, the value of the property going to be rising. So now, the property that you bought for a fraction of what it could sell for now, you on the win. You ain't own nobody. It's your property. You could sell it and buy a bigger property, or you could still keep it. All right? The same with the land. The land could rise, the price could rise. If you feel like selling it and buy a bigger piece or a property, you can do that as well. But this blueprint, you ain't owing nobody. All right? This is for the people who do not have credit and cannot go and face banks and financial institute to get any loan. All right, so that's your first property, guys. I'm going to end it very short because I have 4 parts in this. Okay, so I'm just leaving you how easy it is for you to own your first property without owing anybody. So remember, spending, sacrifice, discipline, patience. All right? Always remember, you don't have to buy the property exactly where you live in. Maybe you might even like the area, but at the end of the day, that's what you could afford. And who knows, years from now, that same area might develop. And now your property value had risen so high. All right? So that's part 1, guys. I hope you guys tune in because part 2 is coming. Always remember, stay positive, stay focused, believe in yourself. Yes, guys.